Hey everybody, this is D Hunter bringing another action figure review. Today we're looking at the McFarlane Toys Fortnite Beastmode Jackal and Beastmode Rhino action figures. Now the Beastmode was a skin pack that came with 4 different skins, kind of like a bundle. When this skin pack was first dropped in the item shop, I saw it kind of showed all 4 of them, but I didn't really understand it was going to give you all 4 different skins. I thought you were just going to get one of them, and maybe those were 4 different Beastmode skins you're going to offer over time. As I passed that one up, a few months later, they re-released it in the item shop, and at that time, I had extra V-Bucks from doing challenges, so I went ahead and grabbed the skin. I found it to be a great value, getting 4 different skins, pretty much for the price of 1. Now these guys are big old grins on their face, they're clunky, kind of robotic. Now Beast Mode, sort of a modern expression. You hear people all the time saying, oh, this guy's a beast, or oh, this guy's a savage, oh, I'm going to go into Beast Mode. Kind of just means this guy's kind of ready for war, geared up, ready for action, get ready to kill a whole bunch of people in Fortnite. So let's go and take a look at the packaging here. As you can see, 22 points of articulation. We've got Jackal here in the blue package, Rhino here in the sort of gold or yellow package. They come with the traditional Fortnite accessories from McFarlane, being a back bling, a weapon, a pickaxe, and a stand in the background. I see these 2 little sort of pipe things up here. Not 100% sure what they are. They're going to either attach to his back bling or possibly his pickaxe. They both come with that, so it's got to be something like that. His back bling is called the V6. They're both called that, and they have slightly different colors. This guy comes with the minigun. This guy here comes with a quad rocket launcher. Both those weapons are currently vaulted. Big weapons. Pretty cool. First time released by either Fortnite, McFarlane, or Jazwares. And then that pickaxe here, it's called the Mauler. And their pickaxes look different, but they have the same name. There are, I think, 4 different back blings with different colors called V6, as well as 4 different Mauler harvesting tools or pickaxes. So as you can see, the guy in here, pretty big clunky, big old smile. I imagine there's going to be a lot of reuse between the 2 figures. And the Beast Mode skin pack, like I said before, contained 4 figures. So I'm going to go on a limb and just guess McFarlane is going to make the other 2 over time, but that sure has not been confirmed. So like I said before, 22 points of articulation, Fortnite, Epic Games, Beastmode Jackal, ages 12 plus. Got the little barcode thing here for you to scan. The top, Fortnite, Beastmode Jackal, McFarlane Toys. You can see the Spawn logo here. Guy kind of sort of laughing. Got his hand in front of his mouth. Here he is, same kind of pose on the side. Other side, same pose, just a little smaller. The bottom here, bunch of credits. And there's a barcode in case anyone needs it. And on the back side here, you can see him and his partner here. A lot of other recent McFarlane releases, as well as one of the old gliders. And then this guy here, pretty much got the same kind of packaging. Of course, this is yellow. Slightly different weapons. Same named back bling, slightly different color. Same named pickaxe, different design. These extra little pipe things, we'll figure out where they go when we open them. And the quad rocket launcher, which I think is pretty cool. And you can kind of see him in here, smiling, kind of weird looking face. We'll get a little better look when he's out of the package. Here's the barcode on the Rhino, in case anyone needs it. So with no further ado, let's open these bad boys up. Alright, now that we got these figures out of the package, here they are with all their accessories laid out. But before I look at their accessories, let's check out the actual figures. So first of all, here's the Jackal. As you can see, he's got a mohawk on the top of his head, kind of bulky, robotic looking, big old grin on his face, a lot of armored looking pieces. Like I said, I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot of reuse between the 2. He's got no head articulation whatsoever, just one big old solid piece up here. Not sure what that did on his arm. It's a little bit of camo colors, more armor down below. Looking pretty cool for the most part. It looks like those little pipe things are going to fit up here, which makes sense. When I hear V6, I think an engine, think of some of those little tube pipe things. And he's got the peg hole for his back bling as well. And then here we go. This is the Rhino. Big old antenna. Huge horn here. Looking a little bit angry with his eyes. Got a similar big grin. Some sharp teeth sticking out. Maybe a little bit dirty around his neck once again. No articulation for his neck or head. It's looking like the majority of it's going to be reused below that besides the head. And of course repainted a completely different color. Got the armor. Got what looks like the number 29 here. A little bit of red going down here. Overall, both pretty cool looking guys. See the little pipes go here, as well as the back bling. So next, let's check out their actual accessories. Like I said before, both their harvesting tools, or more commonly known as pickaxes, are called the Mauler. Both their back blings are the V6, kind of like a car engine. And then we've got the minigun here and the quad rocket launcher here. They also come with a Fortnite stand. It's a complete circle. Got the logo Fortnite below, 2 pegs in it, pretty much hollow plastic, pretty basic. I'm not much of a stand guy, so he's going to go into a huge box of stands, never to be seen again. Next, there are these little pipes or tubes that go into the back of these figures. So as you can see, here's the back. It's got some holes here. As you can see, there's a little bit of a flat part of the hole at the top of the hole. And then these little sort of tube type things or pipes, as they attach, there's sort of a flat part here at the top, so they're going to probably look like this. I don't believe these are part of the back bling. I think these are part of the actual skins of the figure. And then here, both of them sort of with their exhaust pipes attached. It looks kind of different, kind of interesting. I guess these guys are kind of robotic, and they have sort of an exhaust pipe in the back. So next, let's check out their back blings. These are called the V6. They're pretty much the exact same back bling, just painted slightly differently. As you can see here, got more sort of exhaust pipe type things here. You see it's got the peg that'll fit into the hole in his back. Pretty much the same type of thing here. And then here they are wearing their back blings. As you can see from the back, kind of works out nice with the exhaust pipes. They go into their back. It all sort of fits together, complements each other nicely. And then here are their back blings next to all the different back blings McFarlane has made so far, giving us a lot of different display options. And then of course, each back bling works with each McFarlane figure. And then here are all the McFarlane back blings, as well as all the Jazwares back blings they've released so far. Unfortunately, even though they're done the same way, with a peg in the back of the back bling that goes into a peg hole in the figure's back, they are not interchangeable between the two lines, as the peg thickness is different between Jazwares and McFarlane. And then here are several different McFarlane figures wearing each other's back blings, showing they are interchangeable between the McFarlane figures. And like I said before, unfortunately the back blings are not interchangeable between the McFarlane and Jazwares figures, as their peg is a different width on the two different lines. So if you were to take a McFarlane figure here, you can see the hole in the back. If you were to take a Jazwares back bling here, the peg, pretty thick, simply will not fit into the hole no matter how hard you try. And then in turn, if you were to take a McFarlane back bling and try to put it into the Jazwares figure, it's just way too small. It goes in, but it'll fall right back out with ease. Unfortunately, they are not interchangeable, and that is the only part that isn't. Next, let's look at their harvesting tools, or more commonly called the pickaxe in the game. So this one here, they're both called the Mauler, but they have different styles. This one's pretty cool looking at chainsaw, mohawk. I mean, pretty unique looking, that's for sure. And then we've got this one, once again, also called the Mauler. There are 4 different options, I believe, to choose from here. Pretty cool. It's got some little exhaust ports back there, kind of like the figures. Pretty decent. And then here they are, both holding their pickaxes. And there's no question which pickaxe belongs to which guy. They've got characteristics reminiscent of the figure. Both these guys got a mohawk and the pickaxe. Both these guys got a horn, kind of like on the pickaxe as well. And then you can see, as this guy is sort of curious what the noise is behind him, he's going to go ahead and chop through the brick and figure it out. And then as Jackal broke through the wall, not only did he gain some brick, but he found a chest behind there. And it looks like his little shisty duo partner here, Rhino, went and stole the chest from him. Looks like he's getting a med kit, some grenades, and a scar. And then here are these pickaxes next to all the other pickaxes by McFarlane Toys so far. And then here are all the different pickaxes by both McFarlane and Jazwares. And I'm happy to say they are interchangeable between both lines. And then here are a few different McFarlane figures holding each other's pickaxes, showing they are interchangeable between each figure. And then here are some of the McFarlane figures holding the Jazwares pickaxes, and the Jazwares figures holding the McFarlane pickaxes, showing they are interchangeable between both lines. So next, let's take a look at their weapons. Both these weapons are absolutely huge, especially the minigun. Here's the quad rocket launcher. You can see it's got some nice weathering to it. Nice sort of army green. Got the handle below. It looks like another handle you can hold to support it. It's got a little scope here on the side. Here at the front, it's got room to load 4 different rockets. It'd be nice if this thing was hinged and articulated, but stuck like this. In the game, this wasn't around for too long. It was a little bit overkill. You just shoot 4 rockets without any reload time. Then, of course, we've got the minigun here. Like I said, this thing is absolutely huge. You can sort of see a handle on the back. It looks like another handle supported up here. Minigun's a pretty cool weapon. A little bit overpowered. They've sort of changed it over time. Now it overheats, so you can't use it for too long. Goes through bullets really quick, and it's great to take down enemy structures. And then here's the McFarlane minigun next to a Jazwares minigun. This is not for the Jazwares 6-inch line, but for the Jazwares 4-inch line. I personally don't buy any of the 4-inch figures, but this came with the chest. And that chest was sort of an ammo or accessory pack for the 4-inch line. And here's this minigun next to a NECA Terminator 2 minigun. And here's this quad rocket launcher next to a NECA Commando quad rocket launcher. One cool thing about this Commando quad rocket launcher is that you actually have 2 removable rockets that can go inside of it. And these guys can hold their guns either one-handed. They can also hold them with 2 hands, supporting them with the other handle. And I must say, it looks really stupid with the quad rocket launcher, so I'd say it just flat out doesn't work with that one. And with the minigun, it actually looks better this way. But unfortunately, he has to hold it. It's about as straight as you can get it, so it's turned toward the left quite a bit. And since neither of these guys can turn their heads at all, it doesn't quite work out the way I'd like to for posability. And here are all the different guns McFarlane has made for their Fortnite figures so far. And then here are all the different guns that McFarlane and Jazwares have released so far in the Fortnite universe, not including the doubles that both companies have released. And I'm happy to say, all of these are interchangeable between both lines as well. And here are several different McFarlane figures holding each other's guns, showing they are interchangeable between each figure. One thing I want to point out is on these Beast Mode figures, their hands are a little more gummy, which is a good thing. You can stretch them out and expand on these really large handles of these guns, and it works out a lot easier than some of the older McFarlane figures. And then here are some of the McFarlane figures holding Jazwares guns, and some of the Jazwares figures holding McFarlane guns, showing you they are interchangeable between both lines. Sure, these minigun and quad rocket launcher look a little bit oversized compared to the Jazwares figures, but hell, they look oversized compared to the McFarlane figures as well, at least in my opinion. Now that we've taken a pretty good look at their accessories, next, let's check out some other Fortnite accessories and vehicles that you can use to enhance your Fortnite collection. Here they are in the recently released shopping cart from McFarlane Toys. They can push it and ride in it pretty nicely. Next, let's check them out compared with the McFarlane Fortnite glider and launchpad combo sets. As you can see, so far, scaling up pretty nicely. Here they are using the launchpad portion. You're going to get into the sky and glide around. And then yes, of course, these being McFarlane Fortnite figures, they work with the McFarlane Fortnite gliders just fine. And with gliders being such a big part of Fortnite, it's really cool to be able to have this accessory for your figures. Here they are riding on the McFarlane Quad Crasher. Now they fit in the seat and on the back just fine. The pegs even go into the peg holes in his feet. But holding the minigun really just looks awkward. He's kind of pushing against the other guy there. Gun's a little bit oversized to work with this thing, but give him a regular gun and it's a little bit less awkward. But between the bulkiness of the figure and the back bling, it sticks out pretty far and almost pushes into the figure on the back side. Here they're next to a chest I have for my Fortnite figures. This chest here didn't come from McFarlane Toys. It actually came with Jazwares company. It's not for the Jazwares 6-inch figures. It's actually for the Jazwares 4-inch figures. It's pretty much an accessory pack. You open it up and it's a bunch of little guns and building pieces. This thing is oversized even for the 7-inch figures, but I'm happy to have at least some kind of chest that's at least sort of close to the right scale. And then here they are next to a llama. This one is also not from McFarlane Toys, as it's not plastic. This is just a little stuffed animal that I found at Walmart. A little bit too big for a llama from the game, but llama is such a unique, crazy looking thing for Fortnite. It's nice to have one for the figures. Here they are next to a campfire, healing up. I got this campfire with a NECA Friday the 13th Jason figure and found to be absolutely perfect for the Fortnite figures as well. And here he is holding a can of spray paint, getting ready to spray or tag one of the walls. Here they are with a bunch of accessories from both Jazwares and McFarlane Toys, mostly from Jazwares. We've got some balloons, a Rift to Go, Hop Rocks, grapple launcher, clinger, dynamite, boogie bombs, band-aids, med kit, grenades, and big potion shields. Now that we've taken a very good look at their accessories and some other accessories you can use to enhance these figures, next let's check out the height of these figures. And these guys are going to have identical height and identical articulation. So from top to bottom, this guy's sitting at, looks like just a hair under 7.5 inches, which translates pretty close to 18 3/4 centimeters. Next, let's look at their articulation. Like I said before, they're both going to have identical articulation, so there's no need to look at both these guys. So let's look at Rhino here. Like I said before, his head cannot move at all. One solid piece with his torso here. Absolutely nothing going on there. His back part, sure, his exhaust pipes are removable. His back blings are removable. Shoulders, they go out a little bit less than 90 degrees. There is a ball joint inside of here. And go up, down, around. There is a little extra piece of plastic between his arm and his chest area, giving it a little bit more articulation. I believe that's called a butterfly joint. Below that, he's got a bicep cut. Below that, he's got double jointed elbows, but they can only go back this far. Big bulky armor preventing him going any further back. Below that, he's got a ball joint inside the wrist. It can rotate back here as well as here. Here where the forearm is, and here where the hand is. So we can rotate around, and it's going to be hinged as well. He's got kind of like an ab crunch in here. It's ball joint. Rotate from side to side. You can go forward and back as well. He's got another ball joint down here. It can rotate around, and both of them can go forward and back, giving him a pretty nice range of motion in his torso here. His legs here, they can go out about that far. As you can see, it's got a joint that can hinge its way out. Then it also can move up and down. About that far up, about that far back. Double jointed knees below that. Below that, there's a ball inside of here. It can go up and down. It can sort of rotate around a little bit and sort of tilt and rock as well. If you were to rotate that ball to the side, it would allow you to rotate and rock the feet a lot more. It does have toe articulation on top of that. Next, let's check them out compared to some other action figures, starting out with some other Fortnite figures. Here they are next to the most recently released McFarlane Fortnite figures. We've got Nighthair, Hybrid, Peely, Beastmode Rhino, Beastmode Jackal, Fireworks Team Leader, and Warpaint. And then here are the next 5 most recently released McFarlane Fortnite figures. We've got Red Strike, Prisoner, Beastmode Rhino, Beastmode Jackal, Dire, Havoc, and Inferno. And then here they are next to the entire McFarlane Fortnite collection. They're starting to give you a whole lot of variety and diversity between all the skins you can choose from. And then here they are next to the entire Jazwares Legendary collection. And then here they are next to all the different figures that I've gotten multiples of. You may ask yourself, why so many? I got all 4 different heads for the wild cards in both McFarlane and Jazwares to use as my Royal Flesh Gang in my DC Batman world. I got 4 of each of the different Skull Troopers to use as Scarecrow Henchmen in my Batman world. I got 2 Crack Shots to use as Nutcracker Henchmen for my Toyman figure. I got 4 Rabbit Raiders and Night Hares to use as Mad Hatter Henchmen in my Batman world. And then here they are in a huge battle royale with all of my Fortnite figures. As you can see here, they're driving, they're shooting rockets at each other, exploding, they're gliding, they're getting loot, they're sniping each other, they're all trying to see who can get the most kills. You can see they're up here healing, who's going to blow who to pieces, and more importantly, who is going to get the win. Next, let's check these guys out compared with some other action figure lines to see how they fit in both scale and style wise. Here they are next to some of the McFarlane Toys brothers. These are 4 different action figure lines, also from McFarlane Toys. And here they are next to some DST or Diamond Select Toys action figures. Here they are next to some NECA figures. And then here they are next to some DC Direct and DC Collectibles action figures. Then here they are next to some Mattel wrestling figures. Here they are next to some Mezco 1/12 cloth soft goods action figures. Here they are next to some Mattel DC Universe Classics and Multiverse figures. And then here they are next to some Mafex action figures. And then next to some Hasbro Marvel Legends. And here they are next to some SH Figure Arts action figures. So overall, they are pretty cool action figures. They're definitely true to the source material as far as sort of robotic, automated, bulky, clunky. They're very colorful. I do like their faces. Really don't like the way their head's articulated or isn't articulated. I'm not as excited for these guys as some of the most recent figures. I mean, McFarlane has been doing some serious home runs. Nighthare, Hybrid, Peely, Prisoner, Inferno, Ice King, Dire. I mean, some really, really good ones recently. These guys are not bad figures, but I'm just a little bit less excited for them than some of the other ones. I would enjoy these figures a little bit more if I still had the skin pack, but I stand by my decision to sell it back to get the Batman skin pack. So if I were to rate these figures, I was thinking about a 6.5 out of 10, but I'm probably going to go ahead and give them a 7 out of 10. I mean, they do look nice, and they're very accurate for what they're supposed to be. Not very practical to use in anything besides my Fortnite collection. They have a really, really unique look to them. So this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you liked the video, press like below. If you have anything you want to say about the video, add it in the comment section. If you want to see additional action figure reviews from me, press subscribe. I do appreciate when you do that. Once again, this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll talk to you guys real soon.